morning, ladies and gentlemen. Buen dia. Let me introduce myself. My name is Hari Prasetya. I am Government Officer of Ministry of Public Works and Housing, the Republic of Indonesia. Indonesia located at Southeast Asia. Caroline and Michael just explained for us just now. I would like to thank you to the organizer for inviting me at this summit, so I can see all the booth outside this room, so I can deal with several companies in Spain in providing water meter equipment. Here I would like to present and share about Indonesian water supply system, service, and its technology in Indonesia. Next. As Carolina explained about Indonesia, I will tell you the interesting places only. Indonesia has very biggest population, the fourth biggest population in the world. We also an archipelago country. We have 17,000 island, main island inhabitants, in 5 main island inhabitants. This is why we actually quite difficult and become a constraint to settle an infrastructure for water supply across the country, because we have so many islands, so many population, and they live not in dense but in spread in every island. Next. This is the figure of water supply services in Indonesia. Actually, we already achieved 90% in coverage, but we still have 10% people using water, and we cannot control, we cannot monitor whether it is safe or secure on the drink of proper water. We still have 10% to monitor it. This figure actually level of access of improved drinking water. We increase 1% per year only. So ADB will help us to accelerate the service. This figure is about the situation we describe in challenging opportunities and issues how we serve the water supply piping for all of the Indonesian people. Okay, what is the budget sources? I have been working for more than 10 years in budgeting, so this is I'm trying to explain this slide. Actually, in Indonesia, the budget sources cover mostly from the government budget, and the rest we are trying to ask public partnership and perhaps from the ADB, World Bank, and the other lender. But mostly, government budget cover the infrastructure for water supply. The main issues is limited government funding, local government budget below the target. There's an opportunity for private and non-public funding to the development of drinking water infrastructure. I'm trying to figure it out in this slide about investment and cooperation opportunity. The first one is about non-revenue water reduction. Yesterday we shown the slide about leak in piping water. We call it in non-revenue water. We try to reduce it up to 20% because in our piping network is still having a high of loss of water. The second one is about the automatic technology implementation. This is why I came to Spain in the summit, so I can bring the brochure and flyer to bring back to our country to introduce this technology to our government. Then the third about billing system enhancement using billing payment application. For now, we are still in manual. I will explain in the next slide. Number 4 is about increasing process. I will try to improve the efficiency. For now, level of efficiency is still low. Number 5 is about how we try to expanding the coverage. Indonesia is very huge area, yeah? So that's why we're trying to expand the coverage from 60% to 100%. We also, in recent decades, to have a public partnership between government and private sector, and also from the foreign company. Due to our biggest population, that's why we create a special program. This is community-based program for water supply sector. It's implemented since 2008. It's about how to supply the water for people who live in villages. From 2008, we already serve in about 18,000 villages in Indonesia in spirit location. This is why we just give the money into the community and they build by themselves. We just supply the equipment, we just supply the technical assistance, but they build by themselves. So it helps us very well to provide the water system. But the technology is still traditional, not in smart like this. But we say it's smart. This is some instances on technology which is implemented in Indonesia. Yesterday, I saw about the slide about SCADA. SCADA means Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. This modeling, this software already implemented in Indonesia in many municipalities, many provinces, but not covered in all of Indonesia. We cover SCADA for water treatment plant and distribution system. So actually we try to cover all of the integrated system. But due to limited budget, we still using it separately. Besides SCADA, we also using decanter centrifuge. This is actually how it works. It is, you can read, but it's too small. This equipment actually try to separate the solid component and the water itself. The raw water in Indonesia actually is not in good quality, so that's why we need this equipment to separate the water and the sedimentation. We try to take it out, just as simple as that. For you, perhaps it is not smart, but for me it's smart. Last but not least, we will have hollow fiber nanofiltration. It is just a simple equipment, only like a filter to when the water is passing out. This filter actually like a membrane with 1000 Dalton process. Actually, in this process allow nanomolecules and divalent salt molecules to pass through, while the dissolved organic will be retained. So very simple, but the technology up to the technology, I think. This technology, why we use this technology? It's very cheap, low operational expenditure, no additional chemical, and stable effluent quality. This is why we still using that. This is the consideration factor actually, how Indonesian will apply new technology. First consideration is about the suitable technology. We need a little bit more hard to adaptability to current infrastructure. So any new technology should be fit with the existing infrastructure we have. So for us, we need the suitable technology comparing then very high-end technology. Second one is about user-friendliness and easy to operate. This is how, I want to say that human resource in Indonesia is still not in higher educated. That's why we try to have the equipment easy to operate, user-friendly, and so on. The third one is about low energy consumption. This is similar with the SDGs target. And number 4 is about sustainable maintenance. This is the key factor how Indonesian government will take new technology into install in this in Indonesia. I think that's my presentation. Thank you for the attention. Thank you.